Hi there, this is Art Johnson, and today is Coffee with My Friends. Yes, today is Monday, February 21st, and this is Coffee with My Friends. It's been a while since I've had coffee with my friends, but I had a conversation with one of my cousins a few days ago, and she said, "Hey, I saw you were doing this coffee with my friends thing." And I said, "Oh my goodness, it's been a long time since I've done that." And she said, "Well, I enjoyed it. So I thought I'd do this again. Just kind of an update on what's going on. So, why do I call this coffee with my friends, other than the fact I'm having coffee and I'm trying to talk directly to my friends? I do go out for coffee just about every morning. I have a cup of coffee at home, and then I get dressed and get ready and go outside and go down to Starbucks. And about 8:30 every morning, I sit in there and I have a cup of coffee. If I'm by myself, I'm very happy. I can sit there and I can turn my iPad on and see what's going on in the world and relax. And that's just great. But if I happen to bump into one of my friends, and I do have two or three friends that show up at Starbucks, we sit down and talk, and I'm there for an hour, hour and a half, and then I come home, and then I start my day. So, regardless, every day I start with coffee with my friends, even if I'm my only friend. So that's my story, and that's how I live my life here in Peoria, Arizona, having coffee with my friends in the morning or coffee with myself. That is expanded now to coffee with my friends when I sit down here in front of my Lumix G7 camera with my Leica 15 millimeter lens on it, and I talk directly to you and have coffee with my friends. And whoever's watching out there, I consider you a friend. Surely none of my enemies are going to put up with this. And probably some of my friends aren't going to put up with it either. I think I talked to about my equipment here. I was going to do that and show how I put this together, and my microphone and my camera. I don't use a cam, what do they call it? A webcam that a lot of people use. I used to have one of those. I've got one here someplace. I just can't find it at the moment. But yeah, so I don't use the webcam. I don't use the webcam that's on my computer here. But I actually have a regular digital camera with a lens that's on a little mini tripod. And I have that plugged into AC power so the battery won't go out. And then it's plugged into my system here so that I'm getting a little better picture, and with this mic, a little better audio than you might have just using your iPad or your iPhone or your computer for audio and video. Juiced it up a little bit, in other words. And I hope you notice that I've got a decent picture. I've got some lighting going on here. I've got a little reflection on that diploma in the back there. As hard as I work to get rid of that thing, I'm already getting one by blocking my head. See that one? I like to have some light on here, and I need it in this room. This is a dark room, actually, and I can't. Every time I turn the light on above my head, I get a yellow cast because that's a incandescent bulb. So I leave that light off, and then I've got a couple lights here that have, that are camera lights that are give me the white light, and hopefully a natural cast. So I spent a lot of time talking about my equipment here, and really I wanted to talk to you and talk about the whole concept here of coffee with my friends, and I hope to be able to tell some stories as we go along, and I'll do some planning and tell you some things that have happened to me in my life, and ask you some questions about what you want to hear. So feel free to chime in and send me a email or a text on what you'd like to see me talk about, and I'll try and do this on a regular basis. I haven't thought this all through, but I will try and come back with Coffee with My Friends, and have. I talked some in the past just about my equipment, my cameras and my audio and my computer, and how I've got this all set up. So, but I don't want this to be a tech type thing, even though, I mean, this is stuff that interests me. I'm interested in microphones, and talk to you about boom microphones and funny, fuzzy attachments, and little mini boom mics. So I mean, I can do a session just on microphones, and maybe I'll do that at some point in the future. But I don't want this to be a tech channel. I want it to be, guess what? Coffee with My Friends, where you can watch me for a couple of minutes and see what's going on in my world. And if you got something you want me to talk about in your world, I'm happy to do it. Rambling on here, but just want to let you know quickly that I'm going to try and come back with this Coffee with My Friends on some kind of a regular basis, probably on a every 10-day type thing. So with that, enjoyed talking to you, and welcome back to Coffee with My Friends.